What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AV the Hero, back again with another video. And we gotta do a body language don't lie series on this Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, Golden State Warriors incident. We're gonna watch some interviews and some clips from Steve Kerr, Bob Myers, and Stephen Curry and see if they're being deceptive, honest, all of that good stuff. We're gonna break it down.
Triple B's! AB the Hero. Back at it, baby.
All right, so I have to be honest with y'all. Out of all of the things that we talk about on this channel, doing these body language don't lie videos is my favorite thing. This is my favorite series to do. We look at the clips, we analyze the body language and all of that stuff, and we see if it's cap or real rap. I love doing this stuff. Now, to get into this incident, a little bit of background. Hopefully, I'm sure y'all saw the video on the internet. We'll watch it. I'm sure even before that you heard of it, and like most people, you just think nothing of it, right? And this video situation is another one of those things that the internet has given us a clear picture on, right? Throughout the years, we hear about all of these stories and incidents, and you think, that ain't nothing. And then now we find ourselves in these situations where there's a video of everything and anything, and it hits the internet, and it's always worse than what we thought it was initially. I throwback, God bless the dead, Ray Rice. It's always worse. And then we like, whoa, wait a minute. We thought this was just a little scuffle, skirmish, some people, and then we come to find out that Draymond came with the Falcon Punch. Damn near knocked Jordan Poole through a wall. He looked like Tua Tagovailoa falling over. Scary situation. But it's definitely one that deserves further review from us. Let's check this out here. So I want to do this, man, because I was on the Twitter earlier, and there are just so many good comments about this and posts and things of that nature. But Twitter be on some BS lately where you might scroll and no telling what you're going to come across here. But we can see a lot. You see a lot of this stuff here. That boy Shannon Sharp said it's a sucker punch. Let me see. Did I pull up my profile? I think I retweeted some of this stuff that was on here. Oh, here we go. This is one of the things reported from Ramona Shelburne that the Golden State Warriors is taking every legal course of action to discover out how that video got leaked. Because I can tell you, whoever leaked that footage got paid and they got to get fired. I hope TMZ gave you the bag. I'm talking about 200, 300,000 and potentially whatever bag you got, you probably didn't get enough because of how much coverage and how much this is circulated with the TMZ logo across it. Whatever amount of money that you got for leaking this footage, they probably need to come back to the table and renegotiate, and you need to get more bread off of it because it's all over the internet. Let me see. I saw this one clip. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me pull it over here. That's what I'll do. It's from your boy King Josiah. Well, actually, he probably retweeted, but it was from somewhere else. All right, here we go. He got the heat when it comes to this. Let's check him out here. All right. I saw this one, had me dying, man. The clip from Friday when Poole see Draymond sleeping. All right. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much. This is one here. I want to get into the body language series so we can do it. Here we go.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Boom! Yeah. Nigga, did y'all see it? Yeah.
Classic. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. We got Bob Myers here. Bob Myers is the first person we'll listen to talk about this, and then we'll go to Steve Kerr and then Steph Curry next.
Jordan practiced today. So Draymond didn't.
All right, so this is gonna be a little different because we don't get the face on video. However, right, you can still look at some of these things, catch some cues, check his natural language, see how it's moving, and we should be able to decipher some things here.
Jordan practiced today.
Here's what I'll tell you right off the rip. All right. And this is something I just noticed. Watch his face as he says Jordan practiced today.
Jordan practiced today. So Draymond
And
didn't.
I don't know. Draymond didn't practice, Jordan practiced.
Look, it's the NBA, it's professional sports. These things happen. Nobody likes it.
This is also something I thought was funny. When he said that, I realized that's the same thing I heard about that Emeka Udoko situation. It's professional sports. These things happen. Nobody likes it.
Draymond didn't. Look, it's the NBA, it's professional sports. These things happen. Nobody likes it. We don't condone.
You can tell, though, he definitely is not lying about that. And to me, what that says is this is probably not the first time they had one of these incidents. But this is definitely the first time that it leaked.
When it happens, sports, these things happen. Nobody likes it. We don't condone it when it happened. Draymond apologized to the team this morning. Jordan was there in the room. I was there in the room, the team, the coaches, players.
Every time he talk about Jordan, you see some external, like his facial expression, like does something. Watch. So the first time he mentioned Jordan being at practice, he shook his head. Then when he talks about Jordan being in the room, you see his eyebrows flare up. Watch this.
When it happened. Draymond apologized to the team this morning. Jordan was there in the room. I was there in the room, the team, the coaches, players. And we heard that. As far as any suspension, punishment, fine, we're going to handle that internally. And I understand you might have questions on that, but that's going to be an internal process. As far as some of the reports, and I commend all of you for doing your job well, it didn't take long for this to get out.
So here's the type of stuff that I'll be looking for, all right? So now, throughout the beginning of this whole spiel, he has a very somber look, right? And once he starts to talk about you all did a great job reporting, this stuff comes out, you see a bit of a smile. Now that smile may be sarcastic, but there's definitely some like on the media on top of this one, which lets me know maybe a couple things. In my head, that says to me like either, wow, we tried to keep this in, y'all got it out of us, there's an internal joke about this, or y'all think you doing some hella reporting, but we leaked this for some reason.
But it's going to be an internal process.
All right, let me keep going.
As far as some of the reports, and I commend all of you for doing your job well, it didn't take long for this to get out. But some of it, I would say from my vantage point, I don't feel, and more importantly, you should ask the players that you talk to, I don't think this was related to who's getting paid and who isn't. I don't sense that. Make your own conclusions.
I will say that based on what I'm seeing from his body language right there, I feel like he's being honest. He does not think that that's the issue here.
Probably more important what players think on that than what I think, but I don't see it.
As he's saying, it's probably more important what players think than what I think. I don't know if he believes that.
I've actually seen a really good group. I've really seen for people that were in Japan with us. Actually, it's one of the best vibes that we've had in my 12 years. Actually, it's one of the best vibes that we've had.
I don't know about that. Look at this.
In Japan with us. Actually, it's one of the best vibes that we've had.
He don't believe that. That's cap.
In my 12 years here, as far as camp and.
Then you can see how, right? He goes from all out here talking wide, hands all over the place, and then now he's starting to shrink himself into a little ball here.
Health, mental health, camaraderie. But it's unfortunate, and not going to deny it. And it'll take some time to move through, but we'll move through it and move forward. And I'm confident that we will. We've got a good team. We've got good leadership.
Look at that.
We've got some guys that have been here a long time, and we haven't. This isn't our first thing that's happened. First sense of adversity. We've been through some of this before, so
Remember I told you earlier, this is definitely not the first
I
time.
like going through it, but it's part of the NBA and it's part of sports, and it's kind of where it is.
And he probably saying that too because his head coach, has definitely been punched before. Part of the NBA, part of sports. So I wonder how Steve Kerr feels about it, right? Because oftentimes when you've been through a traumatic situation, you either present on the other side of that two ways, right? You're never going to let somebody else have that thing happen to them without the proper repercussions. Or that I dealt with that myself, man. How you acting like a punk? Jordan, get up. I got punched by the real Michael Jordan.
I'll try to answer some of your questions. I probably won't give you everything, but I'll do my best.
All right.
Jordan practiced today.
So we got that one. Like I said, we're gonna keep it short. So I picked some of these really short clips. That's Steph Curry. We'll finish up with Steph, but we'll go here to Steve Kerr now.
Anything more because Bob already answered what needed to be answered. The only thing I will say is that Jordan has been fantastic throughout camp. There was a report that I was made aware of last night that someone.
Damn it. All right. We need to get a video without these writing on it here, because as you can see, there's a lot of stuff happening with Steph. Hold on. So Steve Kerr here, but what we're gonna do is check out another clip where we can see more. But I do want to acknowledge these tweets here, and as we check them out.
That I was answered. The only thing I will say.
So he starts out here.
Anything more because Bob already answered what needed.
Basically saying he's not going to talk about it because the Bob Myers already talked about it.
The only thing I will say is that Jordan has been fantastic throughout camp.
Now, I want to pull up here.
There was a report that I was made aware of last night.
Here's this report here. So he was made aware of this tweet that went out from Chris Haynes. So now folks making Chris Haynes look crazy because everybody is saying, yo, we don't know where this came from. There's an Iguodala tweet as well where Iguodala says, yo, great character guy, Jordan Poole. We don't know where, all of that stuff. Draymond Green was apologetic in aftermath altercation with Jordan Poole, but there was a build-up stemming from teammates noticing a change in Jordan Poole's behavior throughout camp. All right, all of that stuff, which is why they said, this is why Bob Myers mentioned he don't think it was about money, right? Because it has something here to do with contract extensions. Now, here is what I believe. Here is why I believe we got the tape that we got. I think we got the tape that we got because Jordan Poole realized that this stuff was coming out. It was a bit of assassination of his character. They was going to handle the incident internally, pretty much a slap on the wrist from for Draymond Green, nothing to do with it. And so they folks thinking that I'm bad character and they thinking I got punched. At least let the tape drop so people can see what type of stuff that I'm dealing with in this situation. I think that that's why they released the tape, as an attempt to save some of that, save some character, save Jordan Poole from a character assassination. Now we'll go here.
Before, so I will let Bob work as a coach. Anytime there's something that happens, we try to handle things internally. It's very difficult to keep everything in-house, obviously. But
let's do that again.
Keep everything in-house, obviously.
You could tell once again, the smirk is here from him, right? So you saw that with Bob Myers. It was a bit of a like sad, somber. Once he started talking about the leak, we get the smirk.
But Bob handled your questions, and so I'm not going to answer what needed. Has been fantastic throughout camp. There was already
let's see this.
Answered what needed to be answered. The only thing I will say is that Jordan has been fantastic throughout camp. There was a report that I was made aware of last night that someone.
Boy, this looked crazy.
Someone put out there that that Jordan had an attitude in camp. Nothing could be further from the truth. He's been fantastic. So,
Once
has
again,
been
let's see.
fantastic throughout camp. There was a report that I was made aware of last night.
Now, what I'm saying to you is that this is also another reason why I think the Jordan Poole situation is the media and all of this stuff is directly impacting why we got the video. If you watch his body language, right, he's not saying nothing that he would really need to be dishonest or deceptive about. There was a report that I was made aware of last night, right? And I think that report that I was made aware of last night, right, there's some shame or some, like, I'm trying to duck from that in this situation here. So if you watch, so look at that, all of that, the scratching on the head, that's a sign of deception,
is that,
or things are not as
Jordan has been fantastic throughout camp. There was a
you watching him now talk about Jordan being fantastic. Now watch him consolidate his body
report
line.
that I was made aware of last night.
Hands go in, tuck. This is all like a protecting myself situation. I'm looking down. If you go look at anything, this is a sign of shame.
Someone put out there that that Jordan had an attitude in camp. Nothing could be further from the truth.
This is also, I don't know. Sometimes eye contact is a tell, right? Because a lot of times when you're in the throes of things, you're emotional, you're looking off, trying to remember things and all of this stuff. And then when you see a guy who, like, literally is all over the place, not really addressing the media in certain ways, then he gets to this one state where he tucks his arms in, looks up, and then begins to assertively stare at the crowd, right? The media folks out there, to me, that's a few different things. That is like, yo, I'm trying to let you all know that I'm dead serious about this, but then also that could be, I'm trying to see if y'all believe the shit that I'm saying. And if you don't, then I know I need to double back or give it to you in another way.
Fantastic. So disappointing to see misinformation out there. But I wanted to make sure I set the record straight on that. Everything else we will handle internally, and we'll go from there.
I promise, I'm sure that there had to be a meeting of somebody being like, yo, y'all need to address this. That's where that comes from. Let's go ahead and flip over to the Steph Curry portion. Then we'll end this video.
Talked about
Before we check out Steph Curry, man, I want to say one thing. Y'all can do this for the boy. Me and my son are doing this fundraiser, this karaoke event, and we're trying to raise some money for a local childhood literacy program. It's called Read Up, where folks will volunteer their time to help third graders who are, I believe, a grade level or two down, learn how to read. So it's my opportunity to get this little dude some philanthropic experience early on at an early age, and we'll get up on the stage and then shut the house down. So fresh and so clean from Outkast. Donations are required in order for us to be able to touch the stage. So he's raising some money on his own right now, and then I told him I'd help by promoting it through the platform. So I appreciate that. Let's get back to the video. Check the link in the description for that.
His belief Jordan's been good attitude-wise during camp. I just kind of wanted to get your perspective.
Yeah, whatever that, there's a specific tweet that was put out yesterday about insinuating that JP's attitude or something has changed since he's been in this training camp, or even, you know, whatever time window they're talking about. It's absolute BS. Andre addressed it yesterday with his tweet.
What is that? Did you see the
absolute BS? Andre addressed it yesterday.
The wink of the eye? Hold on, there's something going on here.
His tweet. You kind of leave it at that. JP's been great. There's nothing that warranted the situation yesterday. Make that clear, but it's also something that we feel like will not derail our season and what we're trying to build, and that's with Draymond, you know, as a part of that. So
I always think such a funny thing with sports, right, where there's obviously some tension there, right? Draymond just punched this dude, but we're going to get through it for the sake of our season, right? We're going to continue to play for the sake of the season. Not really, we're gonna create an environment that's safe and we shouldn't have that. And Draymond and Jordan, like, we're going to none of that stuff. We're going to continue with the season. It reminds me of that Tua Tagovailoa situation where concussed out, really bad situation, and then I see on the he responds with thank y'all, I can't wait to get back on the field. I'm trying, not even worried about I'm getting healthy. That was crazy. I just want to play. And I guess that's the mindset you have to have as a champion, but it's just wild.
The rest of it, hard when speculation becomes opinion and turns into borderline fact of like what actually happened. So I hate that became kind of part of the narrative.
Here's what I would say, man. This is the problem with some of the media conversation around the NBA and some of this. We're gonna handle things internally, right? Because this is why the video then needs to be leaked. Because obviously you hate when people have to speculate, but we don't want to give you any information or let you know exactly what happened. So you're going to have to speculate. Then, like you said, that speculation becomes transfers from opinion into facts because people don't have the facts. The only people that have the facts hate that you're speculating.
Not fair to JP.
And it's not fair to JP, which is why we get the footage that we ended up getting. All right. So very interesting stuff here. I think as things unfold a bit more, we'll dug back into it and really touch on that story. But it's your main man, AB the Hero. We finna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Double back, check the link in the description, or maybe I'll pin it in the comments if you're trying to be a part of this thing that me and my son are doing. Was always appreciated. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We out of here. Peace.
Be the hero. No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.